Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me for your zodiac wheel reading for February 2020. Okay, so Taurus, I'll just focus here for you. For Taurus, February. I invite great spirit, angels and my guides to join me with this reading for Taurus. Thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Taurus' highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay, so for you Taurus, starting off, you've got the Nine of Wands, movement, and loyalty. The Knights are a very loyal sign actually in a spread, because there's loyalty to you or your loyalty to others, because the Knights are always loyal to the Queen or to the King. So there is a loyalty message there for you Taurians. It's also, as I said, about movement. Some of you may be thinking now is the time to move on a situation, or you may be wanting to literally move home. Okay, so start seeking those things out in February if you are wanting that to manifest, or you may actually be moving. Now here you have the King of Wands in your area of self-worth and your support system and your resources. Oh, there's Kobe. And yeah, your resources. So feeling a bit like a king there. Again, another loyalty indication there, and the Knight is looking towards the King, so there is someone there thinking about you and being loyal to you, and from that can grow some of your self-worth. Alright? Now here in the area of communication and short distance travel is the Six of Swords, and that's wanting to sail out of any difficulties, and it's a sign here that you will be sailing out of difficulties, so that you're going to be able to communicate your case very well and get out of any tricky situations. Or anything that's caused you a bit of angst or anxiety. There's a conclusion there with that being shown. Sailing into calmer waters. Could also be a time here with that Six of Swords influencing the communication area, where you may need to just hold your tongue and keep smiling. So be careful of when you say something, because sometimes it's better not to get involved. I just feel with you that there's a situation where it's not really your problem, and you have to hold back a bit from getting too involved. So hold your tongue and keep smiling. Fourth house, the base of the matter, is Page of Cups, the Prince of Chalices. So there's some good news. The pages are a symbol of news. So good news about your home or to do with family, and it's your foundation. So you're going to hear something that's beneficial, I feel, through your family or to do with your home. And you have another message with the Princess of Wands here, and that's news as well of action in the fifth house, in your fifth house. So that is involving those of you that have children. It is also about signing documents. There's documents here. And the wands are the energy cards, the passion cards. So a message that's delivered with passion, whether you're delivering it or it's being delivered to you. And with the pages next to each other, it's a good sign that those of you that have children or grandchildren, there's playful pastimes there indicated. Now you also here have the Two of Pentacles, the seesaw of life, trying to balance home and work, being in the area of work and co-workers, your job, maybe juggling two jobs. And the 2 is a master number, which is quite significant for the second month, which is also a number 2. So go forward gently and perform random acts of kindness. Be the peacemaker, bring the balance about. Ask for your share of work and say thank you. Because on a 2-day, you need to follow, not lead. Okay? So the 2nd of February could have you being a good listener, because good communicators are also about listening to others, not just getting your opinion across. And if your vibration is low on this day, try to wear yellow or seek the sunlight to raise the vibration a bit for you. Okay? Now, also the moon, the full moon here in February on the 9th is in Leo at 20 degrees of Leo. So the 20 degree point has been quite prominent astrologically over the last couple of months actually. So it is in Leo, which again brings you back to your 4th house, Taurus. And Leo energy is one of courage and strength, and the moon is the culmination of that. So the full moon in Leo on the 20th could see you raising your courage and your strength and bringing things to culmination. So it's a good time to just have a look and check in of what's actually going on for you on the 9th, and is it moving in the direction that you want? Is the culmination of everything, all the efforts that you've put forward, coming to culmination here on this full moon on the 9th? Okay? Okay, so in your area of relationships, you have the Magician So a bit of magic happening there in relationships. There's movement to do with it as well, because this is the polar opposite of the Taurus over to Scorpio. So this is bringing things together successfully. Also a good indication for health, because the Magician is a bit of an influence of the medical side of things. So doctors, surgeons, therapists, all that kind of thing. So maybe you're going to use not just one method of healing or therapies. You're going to actually broaden out and have a look at many different options, which is always a wonderful thing to do. Could even be getting a second opinion. Excuse me. And then, of course, we've got the 8th house. Now, that's got the 5 of Swords in it, and the 5 of Swords is a bit of stress being indicated and influencing that area for you that is about other people's resources, inheritances, your emotional values. It's the beginnings and endings, birth and death area of the zodiac. So there is some stress connected with that 5 of Swords there, which the other planetary influence that is strongly in play here through March is Mars. So Mars will be in Sagittarius until the 17th of February. Then Mars enters Capricorn on the 17th. So that's a good time to encourage others to their ambitions and share your organisational skills, because the Mars in the 8th house signifies the egocentric drive to accomplish, and it's activated by one's material connection with others, whether it be through money or shared resources or sexually. So there's a bit of tension there with that 5 of Swords. But the remedy can be found in the polar opposite house, in the 2nd house, where you've got that King of Wands, as I said. The loyalty, the passion, the leadership. There is a man or very strong masculine energy connected with this, and he is one of the fire signs, so Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. Okay? So let me know how you get through that somewhat stressful situation. I do feel that there is a breakthrough there with that. Because also on the 17th of February, there's a Mars-Uranus trine. So that is the frequency that really gives you a lot of creative enthusiasm. It also is one that demands freedom. There's boundless energies to be able to complete many projects. You could find that around the 17th it's a very busy time, even if it's busy in your mind, because the Uranus will actually be over here in the 12th house. So it could just be that your mind's really busy here through February. But yeah, that trine to Uranus from Mars is an easy flowing energy, and it does make things a little bit easier, even though the Mars energy is a bit impatient. So try to, you know, be a little bit patient while you're demanding your freedom and your rights. Okay, because now Uranus is in Taurus for the next 5-6 years, and it usually spends about 7 years in a sign, Uranus. So it's timely now for your ideals for a new direction that aren't just about your personal direction, it's also about the direction of the planet and receiving insights into the new way and new structures and new directions to be established. So that's wonderful, the placement really for Uranus to be, because Uranus and Taurus enhances our ability to receive intuitively from the planet itself, from the planet's mind. Okay, so antennas up. All right. Now disruption only happens due to Uranus by holding on to old value systems that are not in harmony with the new direction of society as a whole. Now that's very interesting, because we can see that actually playing out on our planet, so and in the world today. So that is not, you know, to throw out the baby with the bathwater. There's a lot of things about traditional ways that actually are beneficial, and it could be a case that the traditional ways have been let go of, and that's caused a lot of problems. In the case of Australia, for example, if the traditional ways of the Aboriginals had continually been used to do the cycle burning that prevents out of control bushfires, then maybe Australia wouldn't have been in the position that we were in, with the bushfires being so completely monstrous and out of control this summer. So that is a traditional way that really should be reinstated very, very quickly. So, you know, weigh it up, but the main conversation that Uranus wants to have with us is about bringing in the new direction for society as a whole. All right? So you will be able to express yourself through sharing your personal resources, which will bring harmony into friendships and relationships, and it also brings with it a time to be able to help others believe in themselves. As Venus goes into Aries, okay, and that will be over here in your 11th house, which is showing up as something is coming to light. You're going to find out something that's been hidden from you, which I feel is connected to this stress here that you're feeling due to others, people's resources and dealing with others, inheritances, emotional values, finances. And here in the 9th house, you have the devil. Interesting placement for the devil to be, because this is influencing the area that is long distance travel, overseas, foreign cultures, foreign lands, that kind of thing. expression of yourself through spiritual and mental or physical exploration, philosophy, law. So if you are travelling, Taurians, and you're travelling to foreign countries, make sure you've got your travel insurance, and remember, with any contracts that you have to consider, the devil's in the details. Okay? Now, it is an indication there that there can be hold-ups to do with that. You are being held in chains a little bit with the devil influencing that area, so maybe you might not be able to actually move ahead as quickly as what you would like. You're being held back. Because this is higher education as well. Dreams and visions and speculations. So there's a little bit of temptation involved with that. Now, you have to be careful not to try and take any shortcuts or take any risks, because all of the energies from Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter all being in Capricorn are still in place, and it's not a time to take risks. Okay, so just be careful there with any desire to take any risks. Now, on the 22nd of February, we have another master number, the material master. This is the day on the 22nd with 22 that the earth and heaven meet, and the sky is not the limit. So there is a big message coming through, I feel, on the 22nd for many of us, and even for the human race as a whole. Could be a good big message on the 22nd of February. It's the race message. Pardon me. But the master number of 22 wants us to retreat and rest and get some seclusion to help keep your equilibrium. The higher vibration of 22 is contributed to the greater good, the high mission of fulfilling the universe's altruism. Avoid risk-taking in business affairs, and if you don't, then you're setting yourself up to be caught, and self-sabotage, which I do feel that the Devil card is about a bit of self-sabotage. So with the 22 day, work on your ideals, make big plans, make sure they are accomplishable, get the communication going, and the community. You know, it's a real, to lift the vibration. It's a good day to get involved in some sort of concert or music event, or play some music to raise the vibration. Okay, it's really and singing even. Maybe some of you might like to join a choir. So if you're feeling, you know, trapped or caught, these are the techniques you can use to lift your vibration, because the polar opposite to the 9th house is this here in the 3rd house of wanting to sail out of trouble. Okay, now 10th house, the zenith of the wheel, is the sun. Lovely. So there's positive things happening in career areas, and there could be warmer country for those of you in cooler climates, and the sun is one of strength, and it's your persona, it's your ego, it is sun energy as well. It governs that. So you may find that you get a bit of an ego boost here through career. So I do feel, Taurians, that on a whole it's looking like you're going to be feeling quite content with how things are going. But it's a good time to take a break from work and take some holidays too, as the month moves on. Now, on the 17th, Mars enters Capricorn, as I said. On the 8th, Venus goes into Aries. So Venus is here from the 8th onwards. And you've got the moon. There's a message of a prophecy being fulfilled or revealed to you with the moon. So there's something that you've been told and you've been waiting for it to happen, and it looks like here in February you really will be seeing it manifest. From the 8th onwards, it's a good time to help your friends or friendship groups to believe in themselves a bit more. You can express your self-worth through sharing with groups and situations. And there's an ability to bring harmony into any friendships. Okay? The Venus in Aries energy is also really wonderful because it does bring about some spontaneity. And if you've got the freedom in your life to be able to have spontaneity, then you're really in a good space. Okay, Taurians? So there's courage and enthusiasm connected with the Venus energy moving into Aries. And on the 5th of February, 4th, 5th February, Mercury also will be moving into Pisces. Now it goes retrograde on the 17th, but remembering Mars enters Capricorn on the 17th and trines Uranus on the 17th. So you've got Mercury going retrograde on the 17th. So the message there for you with that is to try not to sacrifice your reality for a world of fantasy. Even if the fantasy is more preferable, you'd be better off using that fantasy as maybe a way of telling your story or writing it down. But it's because Mercury is letting you know that it's okay to retreat into your private life. Okay? You may withhold intuitive knowing also with that moon there in the area of friendship groups. So you may actually hold back some of your intuition for fear of people ridiculing you. But it will come forward. So if you do make some sort of future prediction, so to speak, people will recognise that you were right. Because Mercury in Pisces helps you to communicate to your audience or the people that you need to get the message across to, and this placement can reveal the ability to perceive the tangible truth and to communicate the truth. Now the full moon is in Leo on the 9th, and that is a time of finding that inner courage and strength. And the new moon is in Pisces on the 23rd. Now that's a time where you can really get in contact with the other side, so to speak, because the veil is very thin when the moon is in Pisces. So set your intentions. You may even find yourself being more interested and involved in esoteric studies and teachings. Those of you that may like to do your spells for new intentions and new endeavours, the 23rd of February with the new moon in Pisces is a great time to do that. And of course we have Uranus over here in the 12th house, so that's being influenced by the Chariot, success and victory. So I do feel that you're going to be getting some very significant messages here from the other realm, as well as your higher self. Lovely indications there. And with Uranus in Taurus, it enhances the ability to receive intuitively from our planet's mind, our planetary mind, and what direction and what systems aren't in harmony with the new direction that our society as a whole needs to move into. So there's some big shifts and changes in February, but all up I do feel, Taurus, that it's a much lighter energy, better than some of the heavy, hard taskmaster energy that was felt through December and January. So thank you, guides, for the prairie dog, 10 of summer. So your confirmation card is saying to you, it's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it a relative or a chosen family like a close friend. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. Oh, lovely. Now thank you, Taurus, so much for joining me again. If you have not already subscribed, please do click on the subscribe button, and in the description below you will find my contact details. If this reading resonates with you, please contact me for a more in-depth personal reading, and I will be happy to do so. If I don't get back to you straight away, I do apologise. Please just have it in mind that I get through my messages as quickly as I can, and I'll get back to you as swiftly as possible. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful February, Taurus. Much love and many blessings to you all. Namaste.
Are we going to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk, Kobe? Come on. Yeah? Come on.